Hey everybody, I'm Mallory Solly.
And I'm Heather Collum.
And we are going to be doing a video on your 5 income producing activities. Now, of all the things that we're going to talk about today, you need to really focus on these top 5 things. These are what are the most important for your business. This is what actually make you money and grow your business monthly and daily. And of everything we do, some of these are hard. I wouldn't say hard. I would say getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. Some of them are going to be super easy, and some of them you're just going to have to work a little bit into. But out of all the 5 things, you guys, everybody at the tippity top of the company, they all do these 5 things. It's a no-brainer. Every day. It's a no-brainer. It's not like, oh, they got to the top because they did these things. Why can't I do that? No. All of the people that are in this business that are at the tippity top, or biz people like us that are growing a strong business, do these 5 things. Not just 1 out of the 5, 5 out of 5. All right?
And this is how we fill our bucket.
And this is how we fill our buckets and make money. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to Heather, and she is going to talk about number 1.
Perfect. All right. So number 1, you guys, is posting. Okay. So I know you're probably thinking, what? I have to post on social media? Yes, you do. So we all own a virtual franchise of Rodan and Fields. So what that means is we leverage social media platforms to share our products. It's our marketing. That's because we don't have to go out and do parties. We don't have a party quota. We don't have to do parties to make money. So every single person you know, or most of them, have a smartphone. They are on social media. They're looking at different social media platforms, and that's where you get to tap in for your marketing, okay? So we post every day on Facebook, Instagram. You can use Snapchat. Any of those platforms is great. We do it daily because not everyone is on social media at the exact same time that you are. So what somebody might see when you post it, they might see that you post 3 times a week when you're actually posting 5. You guys, that is why daily is so important, okay? So now you might be asking, what do I post? You can post anything you want. We highly recommend that you are pretty heavy on the business, that you do about 3 posts a week on the business, because you really want to enhance other people's lives, share the business with them, and have them join you in business. Before and afters are incredible, because that truly is what shows that our products work. They're clinically tested and we get amazing results. So before and afters are what's going to draw people in emotionally. They're going to start to go, what are they selling? Mm-hmm. They'll be intrigued. They'll be a little skeptical, but they'll keep watching because they're amazed that these before and afters are happening. You guys can do product knowledge, so you can isolate a product. You can do, Lash Boost, our brand new Radiant Defense, the Amp Roller. Anytime corporate comes out with an incentive or a special like they have, you can post about that. But you guys, we want you to also post about your personal life, okay? How do you use these products in your personal life? So if you're out hiking, you're out with your family, you can hold up and do a quick selfie with sunscreen. You can do a quick little, selfie or a video about the Amp Roller. So show that you're in these products. We personally, both of us, try to be in a picture once or twice a week with products showing that we are personally using them. We encourage you to do that as well, okay? So you might be asking, okay, Heather, where do I find these posts? Well, we have on team pages a ton of albums with images that you can grab, but you're also going to borrow from each other. We have a very collaborative, amazing team that super supportive, you guys. All we ask is that you like their post, you comment on it so it helps push it up to the top of the newsfeed for their friends and family, and then you can grab it. We borrow posts constantly, we share, and you can get it from anyone on our team.
And just make sure every once in a while to change up a little things, because sometimes people will copy a post and they don't realize that, or somebody will copy something from me that I just talked about my kids in it.
Yes.
So just make sure when you are copying that you can change it a little bit to what it sounds like you, or to your family.
Or proofread.
Or proofread.
Make sure you're reading it, you guys, before you post it, for sure. Absolutely. And Mallory makes a really good point. Copy and paste is great, but there also comes a point where you need to make it personal, okay? You need to make it about you, your branding, and what you're posting there. So you guys, with that being said, we also want you to be a real person. So we want you to post outside of Rodan and Fields. That could be quotes. If you see a good recipe, it could be about your family if you're comfortable posting about them. If you're out to lunch with friends, you can tag the restaurant and take a quick, picture. Mm-hmm. But you want to show that you're a real person. We're in the relationship, or we're in the business of relationship. And what that means is people will come to you because they connect with you. People will purchase from you or join your team because you're relatable. They feel connection to you. So the best way to show that connection is be real, be authentic, be genuine, and really just show who you are and how you're living your life, okay? That's posting. It's super self-explanatory. It's straightforward, but it's something you guys have to do daily.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome. All right, you guys, number 2 is messaging. And when I joined this business, Heather was like, you have to message people. I was like, you're crazy. I am not going to be that one girl. I was like, no. And so my first 2 weeks in business, I didn't message anybody like an idiot. And I just picked up my phone and called my friends and family. But then I realized that if I want to reach a ton more people for my business to grow, I needed to get the word out. Okay. And so you're probably thinking the same thing. You're like, you want me to do what? You guys want to message people. Okay. So in the beginning of your business, we suggest that you send out 200 messages. Yes, 200. Okay. Those can be your friends, your family, maybe your boyfriend or husband's work friends, anything like that. And you just need to get the word out that you started the business. That's it. You guys, it's as simple as that. You can't assume that people are seeing your posts. We have to take a step further and reach out and message them. Do you think that when a new business comes out, like a local coffee shop or a restaurant, they just wait for people to come into their door by driving by? No, they send out like flyers, they send out coupons, they put stuff on social media, and they do all these things to get the word out that says, hey, we're starting a business. We're having a grand opening. Okay, they're not just waiting for people to come to them by just posting once on a social media and sitting and hoping. So you guys have to take it a step further and message them. Okay, now here's the big deal with messaging. The message, you guys, is not the presentation. Okay, it's an invitation to learn more. Right?
So it's simple.
It's simple. It can be as simple as this. Hey, blah, blah, blah. How's your wife? How's your kids? How's your mom? How's your dog? Whatever you want. I don't know if you've seen my recent post, but I just joined Rodan & Fields and I'm so excited about it. They're the same 2 doctors, world-renowned doctors who created Proactiv, and they're addressing all of the main skin concerns. We have literally something for everybody. I'd love to share more with you. When do you have time to chat or meet for coffee?
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I didn't say, hey, I started Rodan & Fields and you have to buy this and this and just go crazy. And they're going to be like, ignore, right? Yeah. You want to invite them to something to learn more. Okay. So it's simple. All right. It's super simple. And we actually have some files on our team pages. Make sure you guys watch the Facebook team page video that you'll see after this, or one of the videos after this, and there's a way where you can go through the files and find a ton of sample messages. Okay, so use those to your advantage. All right. So you guys, remember, the messaging is the invitation to learn more. It is not the presentation. When you make a message, here's 4 things that I want you guys to always remember. Number 1, make it personal. Do not mass invite somebody and put everybody in a group messenger. Nobody's going to read it. Everybody's going to take themselves out of a message. You need to personally message every single person. And if you have that same message, you can use the same message, but add something different to the front of it every time, okay? Make it personal. Number 2, make it short and simple, just like I did that short and simple line, an invitation to learn more, right? Number 3, inform them of something. So if you're thinking, okay, I already sent all these messages about my business starting, what do I do now? You could re-message these people or message other people informing them of something, like, our Radiant Defense just launched, or Lash Boost just came out, or this came out, anything like that, informing them of something. Corporate has this awesome deal. I'd love to tell you about it. Remember, you were saying you were interested in the anti-aging, and now there's a great deal, okay? Inform them of something. And number 4 is invite them to something. So informing and inviting are a little bit different. Informing them of something, like I mentioned, but inviting them to chat, invite them to a virtual event, invite them to your lunch event. You never want to say, just let me know.
Coffee.
Yeah, coffee is a good one. But never end your message like, just let me know if you want something. No, you're just going to be like, you end it with inviting them to something. I'd love to share more with you. When do you have time to chat or meet for coffee? Or I have a virtual event coming up. I'd love to send you an invite.
And I'm going to add, inviting them to something leads to a conversation.
Exactly.
That's our goal in this. You want it to end and lead to a conversation.
Yes. All right, so those 4 things are the best ones I could say. And you guys, after you send out those 200 messages, remember, you can message about all those types of things I just went over, virtual events that are happening, a launch event, maybe a new product, a deal, anything like that. But remember, when you're messaging, to inform and invite. Statistics say that you need to reach out to somebody 5 to 7 times before they respond to you or join you. So I'm going to tell you right now that when you message somebody, they may not respond to you.
They probably won't.
They probably won't.
It's reality.
8 out of 10 people will not respond to you. Does that mean you're going to go cry and you're going to fail in this business and you're going to go hide in a hole? No, you move on. This is a numbers game because they are watching. So when you message them something, you guys, it automatically gets their brain thinking about it, and then they're going to start looking at your posts. Okay, so if they don't respond right now, it's okay. And guess what? You can reach out to them again. Okay, I always say go for no. Go until they say, no, I'm not interested.
How many times did I reach out to you?
You reached out to me like 7 or 8 times, and I ignored her every time. But every time she messaged me, I'd go to her profile page and I would start stalking her.
But I didn't take it personally, and I didn't get emotional about it.
Yes, so just know that. 5 to 7 reach outs before somebody actually responds to you or joins you. So that doesn't mean go message them 7 times a week. It just have to separate them. All right. Yeah. So that is messaging, and it is super important in your business.
Perfect. Okay, you guys, the next one, number 3, is hosting. So I know I said earlier we are not a party plan company. That is absolutely true. We do not have to do parties to make money, but I'm going to tell you this. We love events because events create excitement. It's fun. It brings energy. And it's the greatest way to share information about the products or our business. Okay. We call these events, it's an acronym. It's BBL. It stands for Big Business Launch, which always makes me laugh. But when you hear the term BBL from your coach or team pages or whatever, know that we're talking about an event, okay? So there's 2 types of events we do. We do in-person events, okay, our launch BBLs and our monthly BBLs. We also do virtual events. I'm going to talk about both of those. So if you just joined in the last couple weeks, you are going to want to schedule your launch BBL, okay? That is an event where you're going to launch your business. You're going to do it out of your house, coffee shop, wherever, but somewhere local, that you can invite all your friends, families, neighbors, coworkers, and the list goes on, okay? Those are people who live close to you in close proximity. You're going to plan an event. You're going to invite them over. You're going to put all of the products out. If your coach lives nearby you, they will come and help. If not, we live in a world now that's amazing with technology. We can Skype in, your coach can, FaceTime in, any of that stuff. So you have full support from people that you signed up under. But you guys, what it is it's basically informing your friends and family of your brand new business. You're super excited and you're introducing them to the products and the opportunity, okay? You have to do a launch party. I'm going to tell you, right? You don't have to, but I'm going to tell you.
You should.
Those people that do launch parties are jump-starting their businesses and they are getting off to a great start, yes. Okay? So that's your launch BBL. I encourage you to look at the calendar, get it on the calendar in the next 3 to 4 weeks max. Do it immediately, get excited, and over-invite. About a third come, and that is completely normal. So over-invite and pack the house, okay? The other one we have are virtual events. So these are great, you guys. We love virtual events because this is where you can tap into your audience that is outside of your close proximity. So I want you to think big in this business. A lot of people think, oh, my friends and family in my neighborhood, my town. No, no, no. You're going to think bigger, you guys. All the way from California to New York, south to north, all the way up to Canada and out to Australia. Okay, we are launching into new countries often, and so you're going to want to think big. You're also going to want to ask for referrals. But this is where you get to invite friends, families, acquaintances, anyone you know from elementary school, middle school, high school, past jobs. I mean, really, the list goes on. You're going to invite them to a virtual event. It's an event we have on Facebook. We will post, we will give them all the information, and then you get to follow up and answer their questions or get them on a 3-way call, okay?
Or just start getting orders. Or just
sign them up.
Yes.
Exactly. But you guys, events are a big deal in our business. Events are fun, and it's a great way to grow your business, okay? All right, I'm going to pass it to Mallory for number 4.
All right, number 4 is my absolute favorite, and it is 3-way calling, okay? Not a 3-way. It's a 3-way call. Okay.
Professional.
But on bunch. All right, you guys, whenever you guys have somebody interested in the business or the products, you want to use your coach or somebody in your upline for a 3-way call. Why? Because you just started your business and you might not know everything right now. And guess what? That is okay.
You're not supposed to.
You're not supposed to. When I signed up for this, I knew nothing about skincare. I knew nothing about our products yet. I was learning. And so every time I had somebody interested in the business or the products, I asked Heather to hop on the phone with me. Okay. It wasn't scary. I didn't say, hey, get on a 3-way call with my upline. They're going to be like, what? I'll be like, hey, I'd love to hop on the phone with you. It's easier to get on the phone to talk about this. I'm also going to have my friend Heather hop on the phone with me because she's been in a little bit longer and she can help answer some questions that I might not know yet. Perfect. Or if it's the business, I say, hey, I would love to hop on the phone to talk about more about this business. And I'm going to have my friend Heather jump on the phone because I think you guys will be really relatable. And I would love to have you hear her story because she's been in this business longer than I have. Perfect. It's easy. It's simple, you guys. And when people get on the phone, they listen more, they connect more than just a message. Okay. Mm-hmm. So messaging is great, but then hop on the phone. Everybody knows me and they say, Mallory needs a shirt that says, get on the damn phone. Pick up the phone and get on the phone, you guys, because it truly will build your business quicker than just texting. That's the way our society is now. But when you get personable and they can hear your excitement through your voice and make that connection over the phone where they can ask questions back and forth instead of being like, I messaged her at 1, it's 5 o'clock, she still hasn't written me back. When you're on the phone, you just go back and forth. It is awesome. Okay. The other great thing about 3-way calls, you guys, is this acts as like a training for you at the beginning. So when I would get people on the phone with Heather about products that I kind of knew what I was talking about, she would go more elaborate into it. And I'd be like, I just learned so much. Mm-hmm. So it's a great training call for you. The last thing that I love about 3-way calls, you guys, is it is a third party validation. Okay. Yes, it is key. For some reason, I could tell my best friend about this business 100 times, but until she heard it from Heather, a complete stranger, did it click because it's another validation of it's working for somebody else. So your goal is to get 3 to 5 3-way calls in the next 2 weeks of starting your business. That could be your mom. Yeah, that should be your first person. That's what I did. I called my mom and I said, Mom, get on this phone with me. I want to tell you about these products. Heather's going to do it. And it's a training call for me. She's like, great. She bought everything. Right. So pick 3 to 5 people that you can get on the phone with you and your coach with your first 2 weeks and try to make 2 to 3 of those be about the business. Okay. So I just want you to hear about this business opportunity. And I'd love to have you hop on the phone with me. Okay. Simple as that. All right. So take the conversation on Facebook or Instagram. The faster you do this, the more success you will have. Get on the damn phone.
Yes. Yes. All right, you guys, the last one, which is number 5, is trainings. Okay. You got to tap into training. You got to be a learner in this business, constantly making sure you're up to date on what's going on, learning new key, tips, all these different things, these little golden nuggets that we learn from these training calls. So we have 2 training calls a week. They are on Sunday evenings. One of them is on Dream Team, which is part of our upline, and it's done on Facebook. So it's a video just like this. You log into Facebook, go to Dream Team, and every Sunday night they do it. If you can't log on live, that's okay. It sits on there, so you can do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you have time. But I'm going to tell you, make it a priority and make the time every month. Schedule it into your calendar or it won't happen. Okay. Yeah. They're great calls because it is the tippity top of the company. They are successful leaders who are giving us little tidbits, encouragement, emotional stuff. And it's really one of those things that helps you to keep going in this business.
Yeah. So, and they'll give you new ideas about things that you haven't thought of trying yet. I always say you get I'll get like 3 golden nuggets out of each call, or something that I used to do and then I kind of forgot about it. Somebody will remind me and be like, oh my God, yeah, that was working. Why am I not doing that again? So they're really great because you'll get something fresh and new from every single person.
We all have new ideas.
Yes, and every person has a different background or they have a different story and they're very motivating.
And a different perspective. So so that's Dream Team, you guys. And then the other one every Sunday night is a national call with Rockin' Robins. It's a dial-in number, so you dial in. They're about, both of these are about 35, 45 minutes long each week. That one's great because if you can't dial in on Sunday, you just dial in that week. I used to put in headphones, put my son in the stroller, and take my dog for a walk. And that was my ritual weekly. But you guys, what I'm going to tell you about being a learner is you've got to be a sponge. Okay. So you can listen to these and watch these training calls, but unless you're applying what you've learned and you actually implement it, it's really not doing anything for your future, your business, and it just doesn't do anything. So I'm going to encourage you to be a learner, jump on these 2 calls, be a sponge, take it in, and then apply it and implement it.
Yes.
That's trainings.
That's awesome. So those are the 5 things, but really quick before we close this out, I'm going to talk about something called planting seeds and why the system works. Okay, so out of all those 5 action words, planting seeds are so important. Posting, messaging, hosting events, 3-way calls, and trainings, okay? This is how you grow a strong business. A lot of what we do is just like planting a garden. I always have a lot of analogies. Planting a garden, right? You plant your seed, you dig your soil, you water it, you wait for it to grow, and you're like, when is this damn flower gonna grow, right? But don't overwater it. You guys, you have to remember that these things are planting seeds constantly. So sometimes your seed and your flower is going to grow faster than the others. Sometimes vegetables take longer. So you have to think about your business that way. Is you might message somebody, write somebody, they might not be ready to order right now, but they might be in the future, and you're planting these seeds so that they can grow, okay? Just remember that it takes a lot of hard work up front before the harvest ever comes, but it is so worth it when it does, okay? You will have watchers for months, or they just watch your posts. They don't even like them. They don't even message it, but they all come around, I promise. I watched Heather for over 9 months, and then it finally took me like 3 months after that to like actually do it. It was like over a year process for me to actually do this business, but I watched and stalked her, okay, because she was consistent. She posted every day. She messaged me, and she just looked like she was having a ton of fun, and created FOMO, which is the fear of missing out. So all of that is planting seeds, okay? It takes some time in this business. That's okay. Okay. My other little quick analogy that everybody loves is the penny analogy. Okay. So you have 30 days in this business, and let's say you had 30 days in this business, and on day 1, somebody could say, I'm going to give you $1 million. You could take that $1 million and have $1 million for that 1 month. Okay. Or somebody could give you a penny and say, I will double this penny every day for 30 days. What would you choose? Well, most people are going to be like, I want the easy way out. I want the $1 million, right? So they take the $1 million. Then the entrepreneurs and the hardworking people will say, I will take a penny a day and watch it double. So penny on day 1, 2 pennies on day 2, 4 pennies on day 3. Well, you get to day 14, guess how much you're at? $2.14, and you're halfway through your month. You're like, what am I doing? I could have had $1 million. But it keeps doubling. Okay. By day 30, you guys, you're over $5.5 million on day 30. And that's because you planted those seeds, you watered it, and you let it grow, and you stayed consistent. So $1 million or $5.5 million in 30 days. What would you choose? Okay. It's hard at the beginning. You feel like you're just doing so much and it's not working. It will work. It will turn around. It will pick up. It will harvest. Okay. So just remember that with all of our daily income producing activities, you might be like, one's not working or the other one is, and this and this and this. Keep consistent with all 5, and you will get to that $5.5 million eventually. Yes. Okay. It's hard work, but it's worth it. Okay. As long as you're consistent and you do what your leaders and all your leaders that are on your direct line do, success will happen to you. Make sure if you need help to ask a ton of questions, we are here. The biggest hurdle that we always see is people get discouraged because they think it's I'm going to make $100 tomorrow or $1 million on day 1. It's not. It takes time, but I promise you it is worth it. It is so worth it. Yes. So,
it's a 3 to 5 year plan. So
it is.
Remember that.
3 to 5 year plans. Yes. If you could retire in 3 to 5 years or make as much money as you could in 40 years at your job now, what would you do?
No brainer.
No brainer. Okay. So put the hard work up now and then just watch it flow. All right.
Perfect.
Heather's going to end us.
Okay, perfect. So you guys, these 5 things that we just talked about, these are our action words. These are the things that will actually fill your bucket and make you money monthly. These are the actions that you have to do consistently and daily for it to work. Okay, so we want you to get really good at these 5 things. You have to get in a groove with these daily activities. Like Mallory said in the beginning, some of them are going to feel hard. They're going to get you out of your comfort zone. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to be like, I can't do this. But guess what? You can.
You can.
And anything you do has to become a routine. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can binge work this and work it the last day of the month and then wonder why your buckets aren't filled, but that's not the way to do it, you guys. Okay. A little bit each month will gradually build it. We always like to say it's like losing weight, right? You can't just eat a salad and then hope to be skinny. That's not realistic. Same thing with working out. You can't go to the gym once and then be like, oh my gosh, why didn't I lose 10 pounds, right?
It doesn't work. I've tried it.
Does not work. So you guys, you can work this full-time, part-time, but I'm going to tell you, you cannot work it some of the time. People will not know. Are you in? Are you out? They're going to want to go with somebody who's consistent. So be intentional and set this time daily in your schedule. Make it a priority. Be intentional with your time and put this business first, because it will pay off if you put that energy in.
Yes. And guess what? We are all busy.
Yes.
We are so busy. When I started this business, my husband was deployed. I was working 50 to 60 hours a week and being a stay-at-home mom to 2 little ones. And guess when I worked this business? During nap time and when my kids went to bed. I wasn't watching The Bachelor anymore. And then it paid off. And now I work my full-time job 10 to 15 hours a week because of the hard work I put in. So we're busy. Everybody's busy. We all have the same 24 hours in the day. It's what you decide to do with it. Whether that's 15 minutes or that's 2 hours, we all can work this business.
Absolutely. And I build it the same way you did.
Yep.
And you know what? You find the time if it's a priority.
Exactly.
And it's a priority for Valerie and I and a lot of people on our team, because we see what it can do for our families, for you guys, and for anybody else we bring into this business. So.
Yes. So go do your income producing activities.
Yes. Go fill those buckets.
And we'll see you guys later.
Be consistent. Bye, guys.